Hello and welcome back to the NHL Best Bets. Last night there were at the end 5 games. We had 2 picks and here you can see the results of those. We found a good upset for the home team in Chicago. Florida visited there and was playing catch up all the time. Chicago won 3-2 after our boy Kevin Lankin provided another great performance by taking many difficult shots, especially during the third period. So good win for a home team there, and they snapped their, I think it was a 3-game losing streak by this home win. And then other game that went pretty much exactly as predicted, Detroit in Nashville. End result Nashville 2, Detroit 0. Juuse Saros played very well in Nashville as a Nashville goaltender, but Detroit couldn't do too much like it was expected. They are fighting maybe together with Buffalo to be the lousiest team in the league right now. Tommy, I think it's time for smile again.
Yeah, well, it's always time for smiles, so no worries. But yeah, excellent to see this green again, especially when the games went exactly as we predicted. So Chicago beat Florida 3-2. It was a close match. Of course, Chicago went ahead three goals. Florida was playing catch up the whole game, so a little bit difficult situation for them. Alexander Barkov out for one reason or another, so that was the one goal that we thought that Florida will score and it will go to the overtime. But 3-2, we take that. 2 points for Chicago and great value for us. Chicago again showed that they can challenge these better teams as well. So let's see how far can they go. Led by Kevin Lankinen in the goal. A great game from the Finnish goaltender again. Likewise, it was in Nashville. My hometown boy, Juuse Saros, was the man of the match again. He's played extremely well after coming from the injury. Zeroed out Detroit. There was a couple of good saves from him. Detroit had a couple of chances, but not too much. So Nashville played really good defense. They got Roman Josi back for this game. They got Mikael Granlund back. He scored a goal instantly on his return as well. So some good things going on for the Predators, and they've been looking for this. So let's see if they can actually put up a little bit of a pace here and challenge for the playoff spot. Still something that we've been predicting them to do, but let's see. It's a very close battle in that division as well. But a great under, and exactly as we predicted.
Yeah, good night for our picks. How about overall simulations? There were mostly predictable results, but then few, let's say, upsets by underdog. New Jersey won at Philadelphia, and Arizona at the end won against Colorado at home in shootout. So how our machine did?
Yeah, the system did well. We predicted the Devils to beat Philadelphia with a small margin, but still good odds there, plus 169 profit from that Devils game, as well as from Chicago. So good underdog picks from the system. Overall profit was plus 149 because of course, then we did have Detroit as a little bit of a side value pick for the Nashville game. And we did have Colorado winning in Arizona, which they would have done if there was a better goaltender than the guy that we did a little bit smash last time around. Was not a good game, not a good debut for the Swedish keeper there. Arizona took the spoils after the shootout, then 5-4. But Colorado played a good game again, so they are definitely a force to be reckoned with in this division in the West, as we have predicted from the start of the season.
Yeah, and Colorado-Arizona game was over, like we a little bit discussed last night, just to bet the way how we did 2 nights ago. But it's interesting case in Colorado. They had a Grubauer who has been playing pretty well as a goalie, but then it looks like they have absolutely nobody else behind it, and this kind of trade with Buffalo tells a little bit how desperate they are. maybe there are some better goalies available somewhere right now, so it would be maybe the final puzzle to the Stanley Cup team, like it was 25 years ago when Patrick Roy was traded from Montreal to Colorado Avalanche, and they win the cup in their first season in Colorado.
Yeah, I wonder how long would it take these days to get a guy from Montreal to Colorado because of the quarantines, because of the visas and all. So it might be the end of the season before that can happen. So I think that's one of the reasons why they chose to go with Buffalo's Johansson in this case, that it was fast to acquire him, and he got to play instantly because Colorado had some issues with the injuries to the goaltenders, as do actually Buffalo at the moment. In the next game, we'll see who will start because they are running out of goaltenders in there. And also you have to remember that most of the NHL teams have to take care of their AHL affiliates as well. So they can't just take all the goaltenders from the organization. They have to have someone playing for their affiliate teams as well. So it's an interesting back and forth here to see who is going to start for Colorado and for Buffalo as well.
But I'm pretty sure that as long as this Mr. Johansson is starting for Colorado, we are betting over, because they don't have any kind of trust for the goalie, and they have great offense. So it would be these kind of 4 to 5, 6 to 3 games that they can produce.
Yeah, we can go for over 7.5 goals easily in these games.
Yeah. Any other comments for last night games? Tampa won Stanley Cup rematch in Dallas, like it was a bit predicted. And then New Jersey upset Philadelphia, but both teams have been going back and forth in a roller coaster type of season. So these are expected in some stage.
Yeah, a bit disappointing for Philadelphia again. We've been expecting more. Many have expected more from that team. Now they lost to Devils. Devils, of course, trying to bounce back from their slump in there lately. So it was a close matchup, but Devils got the victory that they deserved from that game. Philadelphia has a lot of work to do to get their game going, but I do believe that they're gonna also bounce back from that. They're a better team than we've seen lately. And then in a Tampa Bay Dallas game, it was a revision of the last season's final. So Tampa Bay was a better team. Dallas played good defensively, but in the end just didn't match Tampa Bay's quality. So not much of a surprise there. We did pretty well also in totals. Always have to mention this because it's been very, very profitable for us. So we did have all but one game correct in the totals, mostly unders, of course, because that is the trend now, been for a couple of weeks.
And then with the great donkey bridge again to the under. So tonight there is a 5 games scheduled, as Edmonton-Montreal game is postponed again. And 2 early games, Calgary against Ottawa. They played 2 nights ago. Result was 2-1. Calgary has switched more to the defensive, and Ottawa has been more on that side. The line is 6, maybe related to the goalie situation in Ottawa, but like we discussed yesterday, Philip Gustafsson was man of the match in the previous matchup, and we don't expect anything less for him. So another good pick for under. And then Anaheim, Minnesota, 2 teams with good goaltending. Anaheim bit question mark now with John Gibson out, but Minnesota can march either Cam Talbot or Kaapo Kähkönen and get good goaltending there. So expectation there, maybe 4-0, 4-1, 3-1 or something like that for a home team.
Yeah, let's go with the unders. We hate sports. No, these games, good goaltenders. Now we've seen from Ottawa, Philip Gustafsson came into the organization with a lot of expectation. Didn't get a lot of chances early on, but now he's there. He's gonna show that he belongs in the NHL level. And the first game was great from him. We played really calm and the way that this sort of young team needs the goaltender to play to build the trust, and that's a good sign for Ottawa. Calgary, like you mentioned, after the change of the head coach, playing very defensively, going back to the sort of basics of ice hockey, and that means playing through the defense. Very good under here. I was thinking the line would definitely be closer to 5.5. We would have still picked the under, but with the line of 6 and these odds, it's a no-brainer. Neither team will score a lot of goals, so I do think it's a 2-1 situation again in Ottawa. And similar sort of situation in Minnesota facing Anaheim. Last time they faced, it was they played together was 2-1. Probably a little bit disappointing from Minnesota. They could have scored a couple of more goals, which they probably will this time. Ryan Miller probably playing in the goal for Anaheim. He has been okay, not great, but I think it's a decent goaltender for Ducks. So not expected to collapse completely, but still Minnesota a lot better team. So like you said, 3-0, 3-1 would be the estimated score here. And Minnesota has not scored a lot of goals. So I think they scored 5 goals away in Arizona 10 games ago or so, but they haven't scored more than 3 or 4. And we're very bad in games against Colorado offensively. So if Anaheim manages to play through the defense as they have, and it's the only way they can actually have any success, so I do think this is going to be a clear under as well. In the simulations, both of these games go under for about 55% of the time. Actually, the Minnesota game all the way to 60% under, so a clear indication that these are very low scoring games.
Then we have a few other series that continue from the day before. Yesterday, Winnipeg plays in Vancouver, and Los Angeles continues in the Bay Area in San Jose. Do you think it would be repetition of last games, or will it be some kind of bounce back for the losers?
I do think in San Jose, especially Kings can turn this game. They were a better team in the last game. They lost to San Jose 2-1. San Jose scored from basically all of their goal scoring chances, while Kings couldn't get the puck past the San Jose goaltender. So this time I think it will be a close matchup, but Kings have a better chance to win. However, the simulations do give some value for the home team. It's about 55%. While the odds are 52%. So there is small value for the home favorites here, but I do think it's going to be a very, very close game in every regard. Similarly, in Vancouver, where Winnipeg won the last game, we do have value for Winnipeg 61%, while the odds are around 58%. So small value there for the road favorite. But as we've seen, Vancouver now playing Thatcher Demko in goal, probably they are going to be feisty to come back from the loss last time.
Yeah, quite even games in any case, so it would be difficult to find proper value for the winners here. So we'll stick with these 2 unders and hope that goalies have their best nights in Ottawa and in Minnesota.
Yeah, either we're going to win these bets or it's going to be a lot of goals, which is always good when you follow these games.
Yeah, it's actually win-win in any case.
That's true.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.